Welcome to The Wall. Today, we bring you a story of regret. It turns out we have a woman who, 3 years after signing the divorce papers, is realizing that single life wasn't as fun as she thought, especially now that she's alone and things get tricky at 38. And to make matters worse, another one says that being in casual relationships is like putting life on pause. A lot of energy spent with no real results. I want you to smash that like button and join the channel by subscribing. Show some love to the movement. That's the only contribution we ask of you, man. Share your experiences in the comments to guide other men. Without further ado, let's get started.
This is a message for the ladies and for some men, I'm sure. If you find yourself often or currently in a low-key situationship, I'm here to tell you right now, that person does not want to be with you. That person wants to use you. You see, a situationship is like proximity. Once that situation changes, so does your relationship to that person. I can't even tell you the amount of times that I have come across women who are crying over men, and I'm like, how long have you guys been together? And they're like, we've been in a situationship. I'm like for how long? Like a couple of months? 3 years. 3 years? You gave somebody 3 years of your life that doesn't even want to commit to you or even like care about how you feel about a situation? No. No. And look, I am all for two consenting adults that just want to have fun, as long as they are both on the same page, and normally they're not even in the same book, bitch. I just don't think that I will ever get to that degree of loneliness where I will allow myself to be unhappy in a situation with somebody that I like and then pretend that I don't like them as much as I do just to appease the other person. I don't feel like low-key relationships are healthy. But if it works for you, I love it. But it's not working, babe. I think in 2024, we've got to do better. We got to do way better.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why is it that whenever we talk about a relationship with a woman, it seems like the ultimate goal has to be marriage? Come on, we're in the 21st century. Everything evolves, except the idea that if a relationship is serious, you have to sign that darn piece of paper. The truth is, if we're living together or in a solid relationship, what really changes? What I offer you in that relationship is the same as you'd have in marriage, just without the paperwork and legal complications. And here's the second thing. Why does it always seem like a woman's time is more valuable than a man's? As if the 3 years he put into the relationship don't count. It's like she thinks, my time is worth more because I'm on the wall, waiting, analyzing, while the guy is just as invested in the relationship. Let's not kid ourselves. There are plenty of women who do seek a genuine relationship with a man, without that pressure to sign a contract that, let's be honest, often ends up hurting the man. Times have changed, and it's time for these outdated ideas to change too.
So I had a realization today. I've been divorced for 3.5 years, and I went through 1.5 years of counseling after my marriage broke up, and I've dated on and off in that 3.5 years. I don't have any kids, so it was a clean break in my divorce. I'm a church worker. I'm a strong Christian, and I try to live by Christian values when dating. I'm also a woman of the real world and understand, when dating, what it's like to date out in the real world. And it is so hard. It is so hard to find someone who is looking for someone of value, who's not wanting to sleep with someone right away, and who's not wanting to, change their morals because they are a single woman. I just can't understand why it's hard out here for us good women. I don't understand. I'm looking for a good man. It's not like I'm out here, looking to change people or anything like that. It's, I've done the work on myself. Last year, I went through a huge weight loss journey. And a guy that I dated last month, I went out with him twice, and both times he was like, you don't look like your photos. Your photos look like you were a lot thinner than what you were in person. Like, what? Are we doing this? Are we really doing that?
Look, what do you expect him to say if you don't look like your photos? The guy's not lying. He's just seeing the reality. Plus, let's be honest, the whole good woman thing gets complicated if you got divorced while being Christian, because as far as I know, those folks don't usually just let things go like that. Now, here's something interesting. It seems like when she got into the marriage, she stopped making an effort. Maybe in her dating app photos, she was at her best, but once she was married, she relaxed and stopped caring about her appearance because she thought she had it all locked down. And sure enough, when the husband noticed, he left. Now she's complaining that men don't find her attractive, but well, let's keep moving forward.
I don't know why this is hard. I went out for the girlfriend tonight, and we were talking about like, okay, well, what is it that I need to work on? Because obviously there's something wrong with me because I'm not able to figure out how to be in a healthy, good relationship. And she was like, Emily, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't understand why you think it's you. Like, why you always have to change you. And I'm like, I'm the common denominator, right? Like, I'm the one who's not been able to date someone and be in a relationship. And she's like, what if it's not the right time? And I was like, but why would God wait this long? I'm 38. It's not like this has been an easy journey for me of being pregnant. I had 3 miscarriages in my first marriage. My time clock is ticking. I've been in youth ministry for 16 years working with teenagers. I'd love to be a mom. Why is this hard? She's like, what if it's not you? What if it's just not the right time? And that's really hard to accept because I'd like to fix something. I'm a fixer. If I can fix it. Do I need to lose some more weight? Do I need to be on a different dating app? Do I need to change something about me? And I hate that answer, that maybe it's not the right time, but maybe it's not the right time. That's really hard to kind of accept. It's really hard. And where are all the good men? Why aren't you looking for good women who are ready to be in a relationship and not sleep around? What are you doing? Where are you? The journey is hard.
To this type of woman, I'd say, instead of waiting around for Prince Charming on his white horse, why not go out and look for him yourself and bet on the potential of a good man? Because, let's be honest, even the way you look now, there are probably men interested, but you have to learn to live within your means, right? If you're not exactly the most attractive woman in the world, why not go for an average guy? Also, I always wonder, why put so much effort into finding someone new when it might have been easier to put some real effort into the relationship you already had? Maybe it would have been better to work on being a better partner instead of spending thousands of dollars on therapy to heal for someone who might not even show up. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Maybe you already had a good garden, you just needed to water it a bit better.
So the reason I've had to turn off my comments in my previous TikTok is the disgusting comments are just so unnecessary. And what's really interesting is it's all men. It's all men giving their opinion about how women should never leave a marriage and that they should stay for the kids. And it's giving bitter, narcissistic men who have had women leave them because maybe they didn't like being mistreated. Why should anyone stay in a marriage, kids or not, if you're not treated well? It baffles me. So sorry if you guys are annoyed I've turned the comments off and now you're commenting on other TikToks. Thank you so much for upping my engagement. It's really lovely of you. Don't care about your opinion. And yeah, thanks for watching my stuff.
Oh my God!
The truth hurts, but let's get straight to the point. The problem is you're looking for compassion and sympathy, but men don't just hand those out easily. With this epidemic of divorces and an 80% rate of separations initiated by women, if you expect them to take your side for ruining your own family, it's time to wake up from that dream. The reality is that many men are fed up with seeing how some women play the victim and blame others to avoid taking responsibility, because, let's be honest, responsibility is like kryptonite for them. And then, you turn off the comments because you can't handle the reality. Men are simply reminding you that the excuses like, "He left me because I wasn't treated well," are just stories to justify a lack of commitment. So, it's better to face it, because the truth always finds a way to come to light.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
The wall doesn't forgive, gentlemen. What's going on with these women who use their divorce as content on TikTok, going on and on about their personal lives and painting the ex as the villain? If they were truly going through a tough time, they wouldn't be turning it into a profitable business. In the end, what they're doing is profiting off the suffering of that man who, according to them, only wasted his valuable time. And, of course, no one shows sympathy for that anymore because it's become clear that, for some, marriage is more of a transaction than a real relationship. Nowadays, marriage seems like a business where the man dives in headfirst for love, and the woman reaps the benefits. And yes, let me say it plainly. Only a man deeply in love would sign a paper knowing there's a 70% chance that everything will fall apart. So, let's not be naive, gentlemen. It's time to wake up and see things for what they really are. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, here are the questions for you, gentlemen. What advice would you give to these divorced women? Have you ever been in a casual relationship? How did it end? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support motivates us to keep creating more content that you'll enjoy. See you in the next exciting video here, on The Wall.